Joseph Scheer. I went to school and graduated in 1984 from the School of Art and Design. And then I came back in 1989 and became a printmaking professor in the School of Art and Design. One of the most powerful things was the Freshman Foundation program that was really diverse, and it prepared us that after we graduated, we felt like we could do just anything. It had just really crazy projects, from floating in the pool. We had to build a boat overnight that could support our weight in water for 5 minutes. We learned to make structures, we learned how to draw and paint, and everything all together. So it was in a really experimental and conceptual way. I had many. I had really great teachers. Ted Morgan, Jesse Sheffrin, and of course John Wood, who started the Foundations program here, with the studios down there are named after, and it was just outstanding people. I think I should talk about then coming back to teach and then what happened here.
Sounds good.
Because Alfred has this rich history in glass and ceramics. And at the time, computers became on board. And our schools couldn't afford them. And how do you teach with computers? Because you want a press every 10, 15, 20 years, you want easels. You didn't have this very expensive equipment. So we were supported by the dean at that time, David Pye, who's being honored today, which is very exciting, to start the Institute for Electronic Arts. That allowed us to fundraise. It allowed us to start programs where we brought visiting artists in, and we were able to educate ourselves, our students, and the faculty here. I think Alfred's a pretty special place for if you really want to work and get work done. It's a making school, so it's hands-on. People make things here. The studios are absolutely fantastic, and second to none as far as I'm concerned in my area, which I taught for 35 years. If it keeps going with the strong materials front that it's always been grounded in, I think and the need to touch is something like how we use technologies and how, the advent of AI, how we bring it back to our hands. I use technology in my work and taught technology here in the School of Art and Design, but it was always been through how do we then get the output from the computer, the things that we can physically touch and make. And I think that is something that will always continue at Alfred and be a strong part. So how AI is going to marry with technologies to promote the arts and change the arts in probably very profound ways.